You know, hard to believe we are already on volume 17 of Berserk. I don't really know how I feel about that. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Professor Anime, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I am here to bring you all my review of Berserk 2016 episode 4. So let's get this started. So in this week's episode of Berserk, we actually get the final chapters of what was in volume 17 of Berserk. How well did they adapt this volume? Well, to be quite honest with you, they actually adapted the last few chapters of the volume actually quite well. The only thing that they skipped on was the dream that Nosferatu Zod had. I don't really know why they skipped over this, because this actually foreshadows certain events with Griffith later down the line for, you know, his coming, but they skipped on it. So, I don't know. It's really not that big of a deal, but at the same time, it is. So in this week's episode of Berserk, we see that Guts ends up going back to his hideout where Rickert, Erika, Casca, and Godo reside at, only to find out that apparently Casca is missing. So of course Guts would be mad at this, and due to the state that Casca is in right now, she is in no way, you know, in any condition to go about the world and actually, you know, protect herself. In this world that's filled with evil and now demons coming after her, because she does have the brand of sacrifice on her, you know, there's just no way that Casca is going to be able to survive, because she has completely reverted back to the state of a little child just due to what she experienced in the eclipse, and she just has no recollection of what happened before or even after the eclipse. She has reverted to the state of a child and, simply put, can no longer protect herself, and just due to the fact that she has been branded with the brand of sacrifice as well, just makes her an easy target for the demons. Two things, well, maybe one and a half, maybe, of the things that I'm about to talk about is what I enjoyed the most out of this episode, and that is probably Godo's speech, and then also the scene where we see Guts in the cave, you know, pondering on, you know, what exactly is going to happen to Casca now, what is he going to do about it, and then we get to see, you know, that freaking, his inner demon, the dog behind him. Like, that was sick. I really enjoyed that, and we also get to see, you know, his memories from what he experienced before the events of the eclipse. Like, we got to see Judo, and that was awesome, because Judo is one of my favorite characters in Berserk. Now, the other thing that I did like, but also didn't like, was the scene where we get the speech from Godo with Guts. He's talking to Guts about, like, if you keep on going down this road, you are going to get even more corrupted than you are now, you know, at. You know, you cannot rely on your hatred to solve everything. I really liked that speech from Godo. That was also a very impactful scene right there, and I loved that a lot. However, they had the audacity to introduce Godo in this episode, but not even introduce him in the Black Swordsman arc. And yes, we got Godo in the beginning of Berserk, or the very end of the series, and, you know, at the end of the movies as well. We got to see a little bit from him, but from that, we never actually got information about him, like who he is, where he came from, and what exactly he did for Guts in the past. And in this episode of Berserk, it's just kind of like, for new viewers who haven't read the manga, people are going to be like, oh, who's this guy? Oh, I guess he might be a blacksmith. Apparently, Guts, you know, has known him in the past. Am I missing something here? That's because, yes, they skipped the Black Swordsman arc, but I'm not gonna go into that again. Oh, but yo, when they introduced Father Mosgus in this episode of Berserk, the hype just became so real, because Father Mosgus is just a complete savage, and also with his torturers there, you know, I was really surprised on how brutal they actually showed the torturers actually going about with their actions, because we saw that one of the torturers, you know, he had those pliers, he jumped on this guy, freaking put the pliers in his eyes and plucked them out. Like, I was just like, damn! Like, damn, they actually making the torturers brutal. I mean, you know, in the manga, of course, the torturers are supposed to be brutal, but I was very surprised on how they actually showed all of that going about, because that was a pretty brutal scene in the manga. But, yo, Father Mosgus, we're getting into the conviction arc. This might be good. This might be good. My expectations for 2016 of Berserk is still very low. Am I enjoying it? I'm enjoying it to some degree because I am a Berserk fan and all. Is it the best adaptation? No. Is it a faithful adaptation? Not really. But is it a adaptation that we can at least enjoy as Berserk fans? So far, I'm gonna have to say yes. So yeah, can't wait for next week's episode of Berserk. Let me know in the comments down below if you all want me to review next week's episode. And of course, what did you think about this review as well? And what did you think about the episode as well? Just let me know your overall thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, if you like this video, don't forget to drop a like. It always helps out the channel. And if you want to stick up to date to my future content on this channel, please hit that red subscribe button below. And you will never miss a video from me. That about does it for this video, guys. Love you all. Thank you all for watching. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.